Hello and welcome to another video. I'm going to be recording this video a little bit quietly as my son is literally sleeping opposite me. He's a bit poorly. So I want to make sure that I'm close by. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about physical signs that your body is rejecting the man or woman you are in a relationship with. Basically, in my last video, I've discussed signs of toxic relationship. And in this video, I'm going to be discussing physical symptoms that your body is showing you that you are in a wrong relationship and that you should be thinking about exiting it, because otherwise it's going to play havoc on your body. I've been in a long-term relationship for the last 17 years. I had 6 children with my ex-husband. And honestly, all those signs that I'm going to be talking and discussing it in today's video, I've experienced them all and more. So I've got 9 symptoms for you. I'm going to throw another 10th one right on the end because it's a bit of a TMI, but I've experienced it. And as a woman, it doesn't feel nice, and I never understood why. But again, that is a sign of toxic relationships. So I'm gonna have a sip of my detox tea because I feel like I need it today, especially when my son is poorly and I was with him all day today, and I can already feel like, okay, something might be happening. So let's get this bug or whatever's in me as quick as possible out of my body. So let's move on. Okay, so the first symptom that your body is giving you that you are in a wrong relationship is constant fatigue. So this is the sort of fatigue that you cannot shake it off. Let's say you've slept for 8 to 9 hours, you are still exhausted. You feel like no matter what you do, you never fully energized. So I understand you may say this, well, I've got kids and it's no more, I'm going to be tired because let's say I have a baby and this and that. Yes, that is possible because having kids isn't easy. I mean, I'm a single mom of 6 and I'm dealing with everything myself. So I understand you're going to be tired, but this is different kind of tiredness. This is a tiredness that you cannot pinpoint or shook it off on something. When I used to be in a relationship with my ex-husband, I used to dread mornings. I used to wake up extremely tired. School runs were exhausting for me. And I just couldn't understand why am I all the time tired. And I used to tell him all the time, oh my God, you are definitely a morning person because I am just tired all the time. But now after he left and I am a year and a half into leaving the relationship, I am still not a morning person, but waking up seems easy. And I know sometimes I've got a difficult night because let's say the kids are poorly and it's a lot of hassle, but still I don't feel as exhausted as I was before. So from me being in a relationship to exiting now, I can straight away see the difference, how I'm feeling now and how I used to feel. So that was a symptom of number 1. And another symptom is unexpected health issues. So let's say you suffer with a lot of headaches. And this can range from you meeting this guy now, tomorrow, yesterday, day before, till years into the relationship, and the headaches again are appearing quite often, even though they are just there all the time. No matter if you drank loads or ate, there is just unexplained headaches, sometimes migraines too. There is a skin rashes. Another one is like from eczema to rashes to acne to spots. Anything to do with skin conditions, as again, your body rejecting him and showing you through physical symptoms on your skin. Another one is bloating. So any digestive issues, bloat, diarrhea, constipation, IBS. And again, I know I'm not a doctor, but I mean, sometimes people meet that guy and they literally blow up like a balloon the next day. So pay attention to your symptoms because your body is telling you, but we choose to ignore it because obviously our heart takes over and we think we just put all the symptoms aside or we blame it on something or somebody else. So this is another symptom that your body does not like the energy from him and neither him. So there you go. Another symptom, changes in appetite. So let's say 1 minute you are extremely hungry, one minute you're not hungry at all, which that can fluctuate with your weight as well. It all depends also on the mood in the relationship. Let's say you are the person who is extremely up and down. That will affect your appetite as well, because you don't know how he's going to enter the house. Will he be pissed off, or will he be happy? Will he give you the sort of affection and love that you need, or you don't? So then if he doesn't give you the love and affection that you need, obviously you will try to get it from somewhere, and chocolate equals love. So then you will go to sort of those sweet or savory things to give yourself the love, because food equals love and happiness. So another symptom is sleeping disturbances. So let's say you struggle to fall asleep. You feel like no matter what you do, you just can't fall asleep. You toss and turn and you just can't get yourself comfortable. Maybe then you go to doctor and you say you deal with some kind of sleep apnea or something. He prescribed you medication so you are able to fall asleep because you physically can't. And that's the one. And the second one is, let's say you fall asleep very easily because you're tired, because you've got kids, and then you wake up in the morning and you are still exhausted, even though you slept for, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, 9 hours, and you're still exhausted. Again, that's another symptom that your body and his energy is not vibing together, which gives you all the symptoms. Another symptom is muscle stiffness or muscle tension. So you just feel tense. You all the time feel tense. Your shoulders feel tense. You feel like you clench your jaw all the time. Your body feels like it's never relaxed because the environment that you're in, it's not safe enough for you to relax. And it feels like you live in much older body than you have. And I remember that's how I used to feel. Mentally, I felt extremely young, but when I looked at my body, I felt extremely old. So my joints were hurting, my shoulders were hurting. I felt like I carried the entire world on my shoulders. My jaw kept clenching all the time. Sometimes I just caught myself and I was like, oh my God, my entire jaw hurts because I was clenching it so tight. And again, that's because your body is in constant fight or flight, in constant anxiety and stress, which then gives you that enormous feeling of heaviness and tension that you'd experience in this sort of relationships. Another one, weakened immune system. Oh my God, that's a biggie for me. I've suffered with that a lot. And honestly, that was from right at the beginning of the relationship, right till it ended. And right at the end, I've experienced it more. It was like the bugs and the viruses and the infections were getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and they were lasting such a long time where I didn't understand what was happening. It was the most bizarre thing ever, and I used to question by the end, like, why am I getting sick all the time? And yes, again, this is the sort of symptoms when you can blame it on the kids, especially when you've got young kids, like in nursery or primary school. You may ask, like, okay, but I've got young kids, I'm dealing with the kids all the time, I get sick all the time. Yes, but then again, why is your immune system so lowered that you're picking up those bugs like a hoover, a dust? Like, this is not normal. And you may still be eating junk. It doesn't mean that your junk, I mean food that is not the best for you, but still your immune system shouldn't have been that weakened to a point where you are worse than a kid in primary school. And I've experienced that a lot. So start questioning everything. And if things seems to be too much what you would normally have or what you used to have, that is a big one that you gotta look at. Another one is weight changes. Struggle with that a lot myself. I used to have a couple of different pairs of jeans ranging from different kinds of sizes, because one day I just felt extremely fine and thin. The other day I felt extremely bloated and heavy and fat. I felt not like myself. And the bloat, in addition to everything else, was extreme. My body kept fluctuating with weight all the time. My kids used to laugh at me when they opened my wardrobe. They were asking me, like, Mommy, why you've got 3 different sizes hanging in your wardrobe? And I'm like, well, I have to, because one minute I'm so bloated and I feel extremely big, and then the other minute I feel fine. And yes, again, you could blame it on your hormones, or it's the time of the month. No, 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 no. Because there are girls who wear one pair of jeans. Like I'm wearing one pair of jeans right now all the time, no matter if I'm on my period or not. So again, we are the sort of girls where we blame on the time of the month, or maybe now I had a bit more stress, or maybe I ate something that irritated my stomach. Yeah, I used to do that, and now I know after coming out of it that no, 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 it's not like that. It's just our brain trying to persuade that what's happening in our life, in our relationship is right, where in fact it isn't. Another one is change in sexual drive. Again, if you are not in healthy relationship, the relationship just seems off. It seems like you don't want to be close or intimate with someone in that sense. You are just pushed away. You feel like you are not his wife or his partner, but his mother, because you have to take care of him all the time and look after him. And it's like, who would want to have that with your mother? Like, you don't do that, but because you babysitting him, it feels like you don't have that bond or that connection with him anymore that makes you then wanting to have intimate time with him. And also because you are constantly stressed, constantly anxious, maybe you feel depressed, you just don't feel like do that because you're not in the right mental space to be able to do that. And the only reason why you give it in is from pure pressure, because you feel like if you don't gonna, he's gonna get angry, or he's gonna be disappointed, or you're gonna feel guilty for being his wife and not giving him the needs that he needs. So look at that. Another one is reduced memory or lack of concentration. And I suffered with that a lot again. Bear in mind, I had 6 kids with this guy, which there was a lot of pregnancies, there was a lot of brain fog and things happening. But I treat myself, I am this sort of very organized person, strategic person, seeing things a bit further into the distance that it's right now. But I just couldn't do that in my full capacity whilst I was with him. It felt for me like something was blocking me, like I wasn't able to fully express myself. I wasn't able to see things clearly. Being in constant fight or flight reduces your cognitive function, which means you have had the possibility of focusing. And then that in itself can create feeling like you don't know what is happening. It's like you having constant brain fog that you cannot somehow shake it off. And then number 10, as a last point, is any kind of issues when it comes to your sexual parts, with your parts down below. So anything from urine infection to thrush to any kind of sexual transmitted diseases to any kind of smells or anything like that is a sign. It's a massive sign that your body is literally rejecting this guy as far as can be. And that's how it started with me. Straight when I met him, I had constant urine infections. It's just been happening for months and months on end. Then when the urine infections has stopped, I developed thrushes over and over and over again. It seems like no matter what I did, there was something, always something, and that just get worse and worse and worse across the years. So looking at it now, it's just my body didn't like him and his energy at all. And for us as women to be dealing with situations or conditions like this is extremely embarrassing. So we try to keep it private and just discuss it with our husband and our doctor. But believe me, if you suffer with any of these, especially the last one, my baby girl, this ain't gonna change. This gonna only get worse and worse and worse, to a point where you just won't understand what is happening and why is it happening. And then you will start blaming yourself that maybe you do something not right that is causing all that. We have to start paying attention to all those symptoms that our body is giving us on daily basis. If we don't we're gonna end up sick, poorly, with some kind of disease, with cancer, with anything like that your body is giving up. It's giving up because it gave you so many symptoms across so many years and you've ignored it, that your body have no choice but to take it further, even further than it's taking it right now. So I hope that helps. This is what I've experienced across 17 years. I've learned a lot. I've experienced a lot. Again, you may think and look at me like this is all crap, this is all nonsense, this is not how it is. Then that's fine. If that's your opinion and that's how you think, that's absolutely fine. We are humans, we've got our own personalities, we've got our own opinions. So if you think none of those symptoms relate to you or are related to your husband, partner, boyfriend, whatever, then that's fine. That's you. You do you, boo. But we as women have to look on one another. And if you look at someone's life and you see, okay, I might have experienced this and that, and she says that she doesn't experiencing it anymore after she left, maybe there is something happening in my relationship. Maybe I should start paying closer attention to it. Then do that. Because at the end of the day, it's your life, it's your body, and you decide who to give it to. So I hope that helps. If you've got any questions, please leave them in the description, in the comments. Please follow me on my TikTok account. I will leave the link in the description box below. Please like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel. And thank you for listening. And I hope someone's going to take this message and make the right step towards the better future. Peace and love.